Hi, this is Luke, Light 487. I haven't done a blog for a long time. Mainly I just got sidetracked with work and other things. I really wanted to finish off my China trip blogs, but as I say, one thing led to another and I just didn't do anything at all. So now basically I'm back. Look, I just want to do a quick sort of blog about electronic cigarettes. There's a lot to say about these things, but in a nutshell, they're basically a three-piece device: a battery, okay, a cartridge, which usually has some sort of cotton filler in there, which you put liquid into, and then a little device here. Can't really see it in there, but there's a little mesh, sort of metal mesh wick in there that takes the liquid, and then when you press this button here, it activates, a little blue LED comes on, and then the atomizer or the vaporizer heats up and vaporizes the juice or liquid that's in there. Now a cigarette, normal cigarette, has over 4,000 chemicals. I found out recently that ammonia is one of those chemicals, which basically helps the nicotine in a cigarette enter the bloodstream. So there's many chemicals that cigarette tobacco companies have added to enhance a cigarette, to enhance the flavour, but also to enhance the intake of nicotine, the addictive part of a cigarette. So like I say, there's many things to say. Essentially, the big important thing is a cigarette contains 4,000 chemicals. It smells, it's got tar, it's got carcinogens and carbon monoxide, etc., etc. It's a bad thing. An electronic cigarette, on the other hand, it produces a vapor which is 99% water, okay, and approximately the other 1% is the nicotine, okay, so you're still getting nicotine, and whatever flavor you're using, okay. So essentially, yes, you're still getting the nicotine, that nicotine is a poison, etc., but you're not getting the other 4,000 odd chemicals that are damaging your body. Now, I used to be a heavy smoker for 20 years or so, up until about a month and a half ago. Since then, since I got this particular electronic cigarette, I have not touched a cigarette, nor have I wanted to touch one. It just has not even come into my mind. Although actually there was one point about 3 weeks into vaping, as we call it, vaping, that I found I had a craving for cigarettes, and a lot of people told me that's because of the other chemicals that were in the cigarette. Your body gets used to having those other 4,000 chemicals, the arsenic and the ammonia and all the other poisonous chemicals, so it starts to crave those. But it didn't take much to get rid of that, so it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I need a cigarette. It wasn't like that at all. It was just, I wouldn't mind a cigarette, that kind of thing, in the back of my head. But all I did was simply activate my device, and that's it. Craving gone. Now, like when I blew that out there, as I say, that is vapor. It's water vapor. So as I say, 99% steam, simply that. Now the reason it looks smoky is because of an ingredient called propylene glycol, and another ingredient that may be added by yourself or by the manufacturer is glycerin. And there's been many studies on that to show that there's actually quite good health benefits from those products. So like I say, month and a half through it now, not even an inclination to smoke a cigarette. Now with e-cigarettes, you don't have to have tobacco flavors. You can have all sorts of flavors. One of the flavours I've got currently is cherry cola. I love that one. Another one I've got is apple pie. Now the apple pie one I mix myself. You can get the actual flavour concentrates yourself, and the mixing juice, and you just mix it together yourself. And you can make it as sweet or not as sweet as you like, you know. Now this one is, you can see it's actually a AA battery torch. And it's just been modified with a USB cable and a little button on the top to work as a USB powered electronic cigarette. So that's the apple pie flavour, that one. And whereas if I take it outside, obviously I just have this one with the battery, and I can go anywhere I want. And that's the other thing. I mean, it doesn't smell. You know, people can't really tell that you're doing it until you obviously blow out the vapor. So yeah, so I'll be doing that from now on. You know, like the other thing that is great about these is it works out roughly for me 8 times cheaper than cigarettes. The initial outlay can be a little bit expensive, anywhere from say $70 or $80 Australian up to $140 Australian for the original outlay to buy all the batteries and the charger that comes with it. You know, there's kits available that come all pre-packaged. So obviously the original outlay is you know, a little bit expensive, but not so much expensive as, you know, like some of the other quit smoking devices out there. Now I'm not saying this is a quit smoking device, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, you know, for the cost it's roughly the same. But once you get those components, you know, the 3 components, then all you really need to buy is the liquid. You know, and then at some point down the track, like 3 months down the track, you might need to buy a couple of new batteries or something, but because lithium batteries don't last forever. But you know, ultimately it works out roughly 8 times cheaper for me. Other people that smoke, that used to smoke less, find that it's even cheaper than that. So yeah, so there's a lot of good things about this. But if you want to find out more, just send me a message, leave a comment, and I'll happily reply to it and answer any of your questions. If you check out my YouTube videos, you'll see I've done a whole bunch of reviews on all different flavors. So you'll be able to go there and check those out as well. But I just wanted to do a quick blog to say, hey, I'm here still, I'm alive, and I'm healthier than I was before, all because of electronic cigarettes. Thanks.